What's up guys, today we got a special video. The Kia Stinger was the second car I was considering when buying my daily. This is an extremely modified Kia Stinger that is owned by my homie and my neighbor Nick. You're gonna meet him later in the video. We're gonna go over his build. We're gonna go over why he chose this specific car and why he chose the mods that he did. And we're gonna drive it and we're gonna see how the Kia Stinger is and if it is a vehicle you should really consider. What's up, Nick?
What's going on, guys? This is my 2019 Kia Stinger GT2.
Okay, bet. So why did you choose the Kia Stinger out of all the cars on the market?
One of the biggest things for me was definitely that nobody knows what it is. Everyone, always asks, what is it? Especially when I change the badges over.
What badges are these?
So this badge comes with the top of the line Kia models, mainly in Korea, but some of the North American models have them too. So with Kia, it stands for E for excellence. So mainly why I wanted the Stinger is because everybody has Mustangs, Challengers. You see all these cars that everybody tends to steer towards, and I wanted something that was a bit more unique, something not a lot of people knew about, and something that I feel like Kia really took a good step in the right direction with this. And unfortunately, as of 2023, they are no longer being made, which is unfortunate. But
that's good for you though, because these will appreciate hopefully over time.
Oh, absolutely. I sure hope so. But it's definitely a fun car. I learned to drive on a Scat Pack and then a Hellcat, and I've driven a few, the big muscle cars, some of the other lower V6s as well. And this is definitely one of the things that I love. I definitely love this one the most. The handling of it is incredible. It definitely picks up real fast and it has a lot of potential.
What did you have before? What was your first car?
So before this, I had a Civic, nothing special, just, not the SI or anything, just something to commute to work and all that. But I wanted something that had, a little punch to it. And I saw this, and when I looked into it further, I thought it had a lot of potential.
I like it. Now tell us a little bit of what you have done so far to the Stinger. I see there's so much carbon.
Yeah, so absolutely. So I dropped a lot on carbon fiber, the hood, the splitter, side skirts, mirror cap.
What are these wheels? These are factory wheels? Or?
So these are aftermarket rims. So these are Fus Impalas. I'm gonna switch them out soon, and I'm still looking for something to replace them with. So when I got these ones from factory, they come with 19-inch. I upped them to 20, and then in the rear, instead of 245s, we're rocking 285s, so I can put down more power. While this is the all-wheel drive model, it still puts more towards the rear in the top end and in the beginning. So that's why I wanted to have, be able to put more down in the back so I don't spin.
Tip's looking nice. Tell us about the exhaust setup that you have.
Yeah, so when I first got it, the first thing I did, I got the MagnaFlow catback exhaust, and then I started messing around with the downpipes. Right now I'm rocking primary downpipe with a high flow cat. Secondary midpipe is catless, and then I actually took off the mufflers and I'm having a custom piece fabbed up to finish it off to bring it to the tips. So there's a little gap right now, but that'll get fixed soon, hopefully. I did get the MBRP carbon fiber tips. Those are bumper mounted.
Are these different taillights too?
Yeah, so the 2018 and 2019 and 2020 model came with solid red. It had this piece here, but it didn't actually light up. So the only piece that lit up for like your driving lights at night would just be a circle right there. So this is actually the taillight that comes with the 2021 and 22 model and the 23. It might just be the 22 and 23 actually. So this, it actually has the light bar goes all the way across.
That's sick. What type of badge is this?
So that's just a custom badge. A lot of people think it looks like the Lexus badge. That's just a custom one I got off K8 Stinger that I thought would look a little better at the back. So it's just a little play on the older Kia symbol, their logo.
And this trunk, by the way, is sick. It's like a duckbill trunk.
Yeah.
Power-wise, I know you said you haven't dynoed it yet, but
correct, yes.
Around what do you think you're
so
making?
My estimate is 450 to 500 crank right now. I'm running an E85 mixture, so I try to keep, I'm running around E30 to E40 right now. I was originally on E30, but things were getting a little hot, so I upped it to E40, and that definitely solved that. So I'm running the JB4 right now, along with that.
When doing an ethanol mix, do you have to, especially with the Kia Stinger, for people who want to modify this?
I have the stock injectors and the stock fuel pump. Now, if I were to run full 85, then I would likely have to upgrade at least the injectors, but most likely the pump too, because 85 versus like 93, it has a different consistency. 85 is a little more watery, so it's harder for the injectors to keep up throwing that in there. For me, with the Stinger, all I had to do was, along with the JB4, I do upgrade the spark plugs. Those combined with JB4 tapping in and piggybacking off of the ECU to override some parameters, it's completely fine.
And by the way, you did say that you are running carbon ceramic pads, not rotors.
Yes,
right?
pads, not rotors. The rotors are definitely expensive, but I do want to do that at some point. I eventually want to turn this into a full track car, hopefully sometime within the next year.
Well, I think that takes us perfectly to the drive. All right, guys, we're about to set off in the Stinger. What should people know about driving the Stinger? Whether it's all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, yeah, what's good about the car?
So one of my favorite things is there's very little spin, even for both the rear-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive. It does not spin. It won't, especially if you upsize, get the right tires, it will not spin even when you go up and make it more power. The handling, the cornering on this is very good. Even with the factory suspension, the cornering on it, you can go very fast.
And this is not on factory suspension, right? This is on the KW coil.
So it's on the KW coilovers.
And they do have blow-off valves, correct, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that torque.
We took that corner at 70 right there.
Yeah, I was about to be like, we took that corner at a mighty fast pace there. Oh wow. Yeah, this definitely kicks you with the torque.
Absolutely.
And I like how it continues to build up to the top. It's not like one of those shelves, like unfortunately my car, but without a tune. Now, where would you recommend people to go for like work that they want to do? I know I need somebody for PP on my lip as well.
So I know here in Northern Virginia, I've been taking the Stinger to the same place for as long as I've had her. And that's House of Innovation in Sterling. They do everything from standard maintenance to body work, aftermarket parts, both engine, suspension, everything. They do tinting, PPE, paint correction. They do everything.
And although we're drivers, talk about the stereo system. It kind of looks like Harman Kardon's.
Yeah. So you get one of the options to upgrade to the speaker system is the Harman Kardon's, and these are 3 speakers per door, plus a sub in the front and the back. These are definitely my favorite speakers I've ever had in any of my cars. They are so loud, so clear, the bass is amazing. I don't even think I need to add in a subwoofer or anything because it's just perfect the way it is.
All right, guys, we are about to set off. Definitely there is a lot of room in the driver's seat. I like how there's these bolsters, like these side bolsters, like you can really feel confident in. Yeah, my knee would probably be banging up on. He has a carrier for the strap, guys, so that's a great modification. Steering feels a lot heavier than in the Giulia for sure. Wow, I like that heads-up display. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, the steering feels really nice. You can really feel what's going on, and it weights up in the corners nicely. Brake is heavy. Damn, the blow-off valve is ridiculous. I love it. How does it feel like to be in the passenger seat?
It's definitely different. That's something I'm used to.
Oh wow, this is nice. It also gives you the speed limit as well on the heads-up display, so you never really have to look down. You have a G meter and a lap timer. This is pretty fucking cool, dude. A lot of people need to figure out about these cars, these hidden gems in the automotive space, because everyone, and again, I 100% understand, especially after driving. The F80 is a great car, but again, you cannot miss going to a car meet without seeing 10 F80s. They made an amazing car with that, but there's other options if you wanted something a little bit different and if you wanted just your own style. And I think This looks killer. The sloped look is amazing. The fact that you have a hatchback, which is practical, is amazing. And the fact that you can extract this much amount of torque and speed out of a reliable vehicle is pretty amazing. Have you had anything go wrong with this that was not just like regular maintenance, but it was more so like a reliability issue?
So most of my problems have been with aftermarket parts, nothing OEM. The only thing that I have had a problem with that is OEM is the rear strut mounts for the Stinger, and the G70 shares them as well, because they share a lot of the same parts. My previous coilover set, I had a problem.
Oh my God.
Where the strut, on a big impact, the strut would put too much pressure on the mount, and it just kind of popped the center ring out.
Interesting.
So the whole strut was just loose within the mount because of that.
I love the steering. I think that's probably my number one. The Alfa Romeo is light, pointy. This is a little bit more heavy, less pointy, still pointy, but not as like hyper responsive in the front end.
The thing is, you can change it.
Oh, really?
So it has different settings for how stiff the steering is.
Really?
So like if you were to go into comfort mode, you'll see in a few seconds the steering.
Oh yeah,
a lot
definitely.
more forgiving.
And then what about what mode was it in before?
It's in sport mode. So you're popping back in that now.
Yeah, guys, this is, as I said, this is a luxury car. This is a full-on luxury car. Do not let the brand name fool you. This is as good of a platform to build upon as a B58. These cars are really slept on, and what you can do with these is just ridiculous. And let's just not like argue, the looks are amazing. It has pretty Germanic looks for a Korean vehicle, which is obviously from the management that they brought over from all of these different German companies. It looks good, the quality is great, you can do a lot of things on the aftermarket side of things, and it's rare, and they're not continuing it. So why not buy one of these? Congrats on this build, bro. This is nice.